Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name's David, and this is a Magic deck review. That's right, it's a Magic deck review. It's a Magic review, right? Because this is a Svengali deck, so it does a magic trick, right? But it's also a deck review because you've never seen this before. I'm sure you've seen Pokemon cards before, I hope, right? Hey, I've said this before. I love Pokemon. I collect Pokemon cards. I play the game with my son. And so I was really stoked to receive the Pokemon Svengali deck. So the Pokemon Svengali deck is from Sam and Tom Productions. And you can see that it says that this model is the Pikachu version. That's the character that you're looking at right there in the center, Pikachu, probably the most popular of all Pokemon, right? It's the one that we all recognize. Comes in a plastic deck protecting case, and you get a cover on the front and back. I will say right away that these are handmade and hand-sourced, meaning every single card in here is a legitimate Pokemon card, okay? So you can imagine collecting an entire deck of Pokemon cards and then finding enough Pikachus to make a Svengali deck, and to do it all by hand is not going to be cheap, right? This is a $27.50 deck, okay? So $27.50, and you can get a custom Pikachu Svengali deck made for yourself. So inside the box, right, it's going to be a standard deck of Pokemon cards, which means these are Pokemon card stock. Okay, so it's not bicycle card stock, right? Not playing card stock. These are game stock, which game stock is sometimes a little thicker so that the cards stay stiff and rigid over time. So there's not a lot of spring in these cards, okay? These cards are meant to hold their shape because they're gonna go through a lot of gameplay. So this is definitely a thicker deck, but going through, you can see that these are legit Pokemon cards, and there's some good ones in here. I mean, this one's autographed. Okay, so you got some foils in there. You got trainer cards. You got your character cards. You even got some energy cards, and a whole. It really does look like, you know, you collect Pokemon cards and you have your trainer deck, and that might be a better box to stick this in. You know, just go find a trainer deck box and keep it inside that, and just say, hey, I don't have any cards on me, but let's do a trick with my Pokemon trainer deck. I'm sure you're familiar with Pokemon cards. Aside from the deck of cards, you will get an extra force card so that you can do card to impossible location. And he'll give you a little drawstring bag. You could use this either to carry the deck around in, or you could put the extra bonus card inside of that and say, I've made a prediction in advance, and my prediction is in the drawstring bag. You will also get a full color instruction sheet. So he will include some instructions so that you could learn how to use the Svengali deck, as well as a Pokemon themed trick. So positives, right? The positives are, this is a great way to turn a classic magic trick into something a little bit more modern and a little bit more contemporary, something that probably kids and some adults would at least recognize. The negatives are, it's not card stock, playing card stock, it's gaming stock. So that means riffling through the cards. The cards tend to flap a little thicker and harder and stronger because it's a thicker stock, okay? So maybe forcing the Svengali card, you might have to learn some new ways to force a card, as it might not be the traditional way that you know. The stock on it tends to be a little thick. Second negative, of course, is the price tag. $27.50, I mean, that is a lot for a deck. But like I said, it has to be completely hand-sourced. Every card has to be hand-sourced, finding all the Pokemon similar cards to make the Force card. And yes, they do have an Eevee Force deck, I believe, as well, which I think would probably be the better one of the two. I think the odds of the person getting Pikachu, right, out of the entire deck, and the one card they get is the most popular Pokemon of all time, seems a little too on the nose for me, I think. I think I would prefer the Eevee deck or another card, maybe even like a trainer card or an energy card. Well, maybe not an energy card, there's too many of those, but yeah, like a trainer card or something else that was a little bit less common. But then you run into the fact that, you know, you'll perform this for people who don't know Pokemon, and then they're not gonna be able to memorize a card. You know, you say, like, what's this card? Oh, it's a 6 of clubs. We're all familiar with that. But then you pull out a trainer card, right? Or a Pokemon that people aren't familiar with, then the odds are, well, are they gonna remember that card as I do the trick? So the product is there. This is where you wanna go. You wanna send an email to this email address to request and have your deck made for you. Big, huge thanks, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. And if you'd like a shout out in the next Magic Orthodoxy playing card review, if you want to take part in this fun little experiment that we're doing, down below there is an Amazon wish list pinned to the topmost comment. All you gotta do is click that and select any one of the decks of cards I have listed there. I picked out just a bunch of fun decks. There's some Magic decks, some other creative decks, things that I've never reviewed before. You just select one of those, gift it to me at the David's gift address, and then whatever you write on the gift receipt, I will say in the video. I will, of course, credit you, thank you for sending it to me, and then read your message aloud in the next Magic Orthodoxy deck review, as long as it's clean and nice and not political, right? We're trying to be fun here. It's just a fun little experiment. I don't even know how long I'll do this, but we'll do it until it's not fun anymore, I guess. So go down there, check out some of those decks, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.